The music world was shocked on October 24, 2024. Lil Durk, a rising star in the rap industry, was arrested. He was apprehended in Florida near Miami International Airport. The charges were serious: conspiracy to commit murder for hire. Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, is accused of being involved in a plot to kill fellow rapper Quando Rondo. This wasn't just a random act of violence. It stemmed from a long-standing feud, fueled by the tragic death of Durk's close friend and collaborator, King Von. The arrest sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Durk had been on an upward trajectory, gaining recognition for his music and business ventures. Now, he faced the possibility of a lengthy prison sentence, his future hanging in the balance. The charges against Lil Durk are just accusations at this point. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, the evidence against him appears to be substantial, painting a picture of a rapper entangled in a dangerous world of violence and retribution. To understand the charges against Lil Durk, we need to go back to 2020. That's when King Von, a rising rapper signed to Durk's Only the Family (OTF) label, was shot and killed in Atlanta. The incident occurred outside a nightclub, following an altercation with associates of Quando Rondo. Von's death sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and hit Lil Durk particularly hard. He viewed Von as a close friend and protege. The two had collaborated on numerous tracks, and Durk had played a key role in launching Von's career. In the aftermath of the shooting, tensions escalated between Lil Durk's camp and those associated with Quando Rondo. Social media became a battleground for insults and threats. Many believed that Durk would seek revenge for Von's death, fueling rumors and speculation. The rivalry between the two camps cast a dark cloud over the music industry. It was a stark reminder of the violence that often plagues the hip-hop world, where disputes are sometimes settled with deadly consequences. King Von's death became a tragic turning point, setting in motion a chain of events that would culminate in Lil Durk's arrest. The violence that erupted with King Von's death didn't end there. A series of incidents followed, creating a trail of bloodshed and raising questions about Lil Durk's involvement. In August 2022, an attempt was made on Quando Rondo's life in Los Angeles. While Rondo escaped unharmed, his cousin Xavier Robinson was tragically killed in the attack. Authorities believe this was a retaliatory act connected to Von's death. Then in January 2023, another murder shook the city of Chicago. Stefan Mack was gunned down outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland. Initially, the incident seemed unrelated to the ongoing feud. However, unsealed court documents later revealed a possible connection to Lil Durk, suggesting the rapper may have been involved in a second murder-for-hire plot. These incidents paint a disturbing picture of escalating violence, with each act seemingly begetting the next. The feud that began with King Von's death had spiraled out of control, leaving a trail of victims and raising serious questions about the role of Lil Durk. The timeline of events leading up to Durk's arrest suggests a pattern of violence and retaliation. The prosecution will likely use this timeline to argue that Durk played an active role in orchestrating or encouraging these acts, seeking revenge for the loss of his friend and associate. Section 4. Navigating the legal maze, murder for hire and more. Lil Durk faces a complex web of legal challenges. The most serious charge stems from the 2022 attempt on Quando Rondo's life in Los Angeles. Durk is accused of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, a charge that carries a potential life sentence. Prosecutors allege that Durk orchestrated the attack, offering a monetary bounty for Rondo's death. They will likely present evidence such as text messages, phone records, and witness testimonies to support their case. They may also point to Durk's lyrics and social media posts, arguing that they contain veiled threats and incitements to violence. In addition to the murder-for-hire charge, Durk also faces firearms offenses. The use of a machine gun in the Los Angeles shooting significantly elevates the potential penalties he faces if convicted. Furthermore, the unsealed affidavit alleging Durk's involvement in the 2023 murder of Stefan Mack adds another layer of complexity. While Durk has not been formally charged in this case, it strengthens the prosecution's argument that he poses a danger to the community and should remain behind bars. Durk's legal team faces an uphill battle. They will likely challenge the credibility of witnesses and the admissibility of certain evidence. They may argue that Durk's lyrics and social media posts are protected free speech and not admissions of guilt. However, the prosecution appears to have built a strong case, and Durk's fate now rests in the hands of the jury. Section 5. Behind bars. Durk's misconduct at MDC. While awaiting trial, Lil Durk has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles. His behavior behind bars has been far from exemplary, raising further concerns about his character and judgment. Reports have surfaced of Durk making three-way calls from jail, a violation of MDC regulations. This behavior, while seemingly minor, could be used by the prosecution to portray him as disrespectful of the law and unwilling to comply with rules. Furthermore, Durk's misconduct could negatively impact his chances of being granted bail or receiving a lenient sentence if convicted. Judges often consider a defendant's behavior while incarcerated when making such decisions. Durk's actions at MDC suggest a lack of remorse or understanding of the gravity of his situation. This could work against him during his trial and sentencing, as it undermines his defense's attempts to portray him as a reformed individual. Section 6. The trial ahead, a cloud of uncertainty. As of December 19, 2024, Lil Durk's trial is tentatively scheduled for January 7, 2025. However, legal experts believe it will likely be postponed. The complexities of the case, the volume of evidence, and the possibility of plea bargains could all contribute to a delay. The trial is expected to be a high-profile affair, attracting significant media attention and public scrutiny. The prosecution will present its case, aiming to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Durk is guilty of the charges against him. Durk's defense team will then present its own arguments, attempting to poke holes in the prosecution's case and raise reasonable doubt. The outcome of the trial is uncertain. The prosecution appears to have a strong case, but Durk's defense team is experienced and will likely mount a vigorous defense. Ultimately, the jury will decide Durk's fate. If convicted on all charges, Lil Durk faces the possibility of life in prison. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome of the trial will have a profound impact on his life and career. Section 7. Conclusion. The unfolding story of Lil Durk. Lil Durk's legal troubles are a stark reminder of the dark side of fame and the consequences of violence. What began with the tragic death of King Von has spiraled into a complex web of allegations, charges, and potential life-altering consequences. As Durk awaits his trial, his future hangs in the balance. The outcome of the legal proceedings will determine whether he can salvage his career or spend years, possibly even the rest of his life, behind bars. The story of Lil Durk is still unfolding. It is a cautionary tale about the allure and dangers of street life, the complexities of the criminal justice system, and the enduring power of grief and the desire for revenge.